I am a part of the fellowship of the unashamed. The die has been cast. I have stepped over the line. The decision has been made. I am a disciple of Jesus Christ. I won't look back, let up, slow down, or be still. My past is redeemed, my present makes sense, and my future is secure. I am finished, done with low living, sight walking, small planning, smooth knees, or colorless dreams. I no longer need preeminence, prosperity, position, promotions, plaudits, or popularity. I now live by presence, lean by faith, love by patience, lift by prayer, and labor by the power of God. My pace is set. My gait is fast. My goal is heaven. My road is narrow. My way is rough. My companions, few. But my guide is reliable. But my mission, it's clear. I cannot be bought, compromised, deterred, lured away, turned back, deluded, or delayed, and I will not flinch in the face of sacrifice or hesitate in the presence of adversity. I am a disciple of Jesus Christ. I must go until heaven returns, until I drop, until all know, and work until He comes. And when He comes to get His own, He will have no problem recognizing me. My colors will be clear, because I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to A Long Obedience in the Same Direction. It's our goal with this fall message series to affirm those that have been following God for a long time, quite honestly. And we want to talk to people that have sustained a trajectory with God in a way that has overcome and risen above circumstances and difficulties. And today, with me is Shelley Cochran. And Shelley's been involved in our church for decades, honestly. She's involved in the Cubbies, the Wednesday night preschool bunch, and been involved there. She's actively involved in our missions committee as well, a key part of that. She's on the cleaning crew. And honestly, I remember Shelley and her husband, Jerry, helping my family move into our new home when we moved to Mound City 22 years ago. And Shelley, you've been saved a long time. How far back do you go in your faith in Christ?
Well, I remember just always being involved in church. But I think in my late 30s is where I really took it seriously, and I made a very hard commitment to Christ. And that's when I started coming to Baptist church. So,
okay, well, very good. What then has been a key, because coming to the Baptist church, that's been a 24, 25-year run for you. What would you say has been a key to sustain you in your walk with God over those years?
Well, other than your fabulous sermons.
No.
And, well, I just had an upbringing in Christ and Bibles and Bible teaching, so I knew the stories. And then I got involved, after I got involved with the Baptist church, with a lady, Laura Lou Herman, and I did discipleship with her. And she just encouraged me to dig deeper, and with all of the memorization you do with discipleship, and a lot of digging deep into the Bible and learning more about things that you should have known but you didn't know. And I just think the discipleship put me on the right path. Okay, when you say discipleship,
if I remember right, you would have met about once a week with her.
A week.
And studied
had a
the
little
Bible.
booklet that we filled out, and she made sure you filled that out. If you didn't have it filled out, you did it with her. And you just so much to memorize and so much to learn. And then we shared our discipleship ministry several times with different churches. I remember us going and sharing with several different churches.
Sure. That was a great season for us as a church, and I'm thrilled that you brought up discipleship, that an older lady invested in you personally.
Very much
and
so.
in your spiritual growth. And honestly, that your willingness to go through that process, her willingness to invest in you, was a springboard that jumped up that trajectory, your spiritual growth.
And then I in turn discipled a couple different girls.
Oh, that's exciting.
And
then,
it's very rewarding to see young women get excited about Bible study.
Oh, absolutely. That's fantastic. Hey, another question I want to ask you is what keeps you going? I mean, somebody that's, put in 25 years, it'd be easy to retire on God and let somebody else have a turn. So what keeps you going?
Well, number one, grandkids.
Okay.
I love bringing them to All Stars and going to camp with them. Had a good time with that.
Okay.
And another thing is being in the community and seeing kids say, "Hey, you're my cubby leader."
Oh.
And it's nice to know that they recognize you outside of church and that you are a member of the community, and just the brightness of their face, being able to tell you, "I see you at Cubby's every week." And I love it. I just love the preschool kids are so much fun to work with because they're so willing to learn, and there's so much for them. Yeah, they are.
Sincere.
There's so much for them to know.
Now, I'm going to just assume, and we've known you and your family over the years, but it hasn't all been just peachy keen, all just gravy and smooth.
Jerry and I have had a few fights.
No, sure.
Yeah, and my dad's disease was hard on us, and my brother died of cancer, and just my dad was such a devoted person, and just seeing him end his life the way he did, it kind of leaves a little bitter taste in your mouth. And what got us through it, though, was knowing that my dad had accepted Christ and my brother had too, and their faith would give them everlasting life in heaven. So.
Okay, but you're not, the bitterness, you're not bitter at God, or you didn't turn away from God. Look why would he let this happen to my family members?
No, not at all. Just, if you didn't have your faith, it would be hard to do that, to know why would he do this to such a good man, or why would he do this to a young man of my brother's age. But knowing that you have faith, that there's a greater purpose in it.
Okay. No, that's great. You've talked about a couple of things here. Just to summarize, what has sustained you was understanding God's greater purpose, that there was one that helped sustain you through some hard times. And then some real jump start for you was when an older lady came alongside and mentored and discipled you in the Word of God. And man, that's just fantastic. I think that's great. Shelley, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For sitting through our interview and allowing all of us a little bit of insight into your heart.
My pleasure.
25, 30-year run with the Lord is something exciting, and I call that a good start.
Thanks.